I picked their names out of a hat at the beginning of the school year. There was no rhyme or reason. I picked their names.
Sure.
All right, Mondo, go for it.
Alright, so my name is Ramon de Baltazar. I'm the last senior to present for the class of 2024, and I just want to say thanks to each and every one of you guys who could make it out here today for to come out and support us. We are beyond grateful, and we are really appreciative. So the next biggest question is, who am I? My name is Ramon de Baltazar. This is my second week before graduation, and I am very excited and I am very blessed to have this opportunity. So a little bit about me. I was born in February 13th, 2006. I was born in in Wenatchee, Washington, and I grew up in East Wenatchee my whole childhood, and then from there, my mom met my stepdad back in my my fourth grade year, and I moved here my fifth grade year, and I've lived here in Mansfield since then. So my mission statement, something I go by and something that will always stick with me is, early on in life, I realized that talent alone doesn't get you as so far as discipline. Some of the most successful people are always the most talented, aren't always the most talented, but are always the most disciplined. So this is something I go by. So from this, discipline is a key factor to reach success. Moving onward. Family. As you can see, I have 4 siblings, 2 parents, and my favorite cousins that I chose here. These are my second oldest siblings, Yvonne and HB, and here's a family picture I have of all of us. Here's my nephew, my little brother, my oldest brother, and my parents. And here are my 2 favorite cousins. Friends. I've made a lot of friends through my high school career and some through my childhood. As you can see, there's been a lot of great moments. These friends have been there for me when times got rough and when times were great. As you can see, there's been a lot of great times, from homecoming to football games to dances to meets to even just hanging out. I got to say my best friends here in the back row are Max and George, and Angel back here. These are probably the best friends I've made here in Mansfield since I've been here. And even through my freshman and sophomore year, I've made other close friends such as Braden, their brother, and Trevor Moore. And along sports, I've made friends with the Don and Preston and Trigo Mirbro, who are from Waterville. Interests and hobbies. I've had a lot of interests and hobbies, but I narrowed it down to these 5 things. Sports are probably one of the biggest things that have impacted me in a drastic way, and these range from football, basketball, and track. I've done football since my 7th grade year, and I've played basketball since my 6th grade year, and I've done track only 2 years, which was my 7th grade year and my senior year. Another thing I enjoy doing is hunting. As you can see, this white-tailed buck that I've got my freshman year. Camping, we usually go every year, and then fishing, I usually go very often. Another hobby I have is hands-on work. I feel like I'm a type of person that learn better and faster is by doing the labor, hands-on work with the experience and just doing it all hands-on. Another thing is working and fixing my cars, or my car especially. I mean, my car's it can be a challenge sometimes, but I enjoy doing it. And obviously the last factor is weightlifting. I've started, when I took it serious was my sophomore year. And I say it's probably one of the biggest factors that would help you in sports, and it can really make a big difference. Now loves. My number 1 love is obviously my family and my closest friends. My girlfriend, as you can see here in this bottom picture. Another thing I do enjoy is honest and respectful people. I enjoy when people are honest and completely open about the way they feel and how they should, or the way they feel about me or something they need to tell me. It's straightforward that they just tell me. And obviously another love is sports. Dislikes. I have, to be honest, I'm not a person who dislikes much, but I had to narrow it down to these few things. Rude people, like I said, I like honest and respectful people. Cold weather, I hate snow and I hate the cold and I hate negative degrees. I'm afraid of heights. I dislike lazy people and I dislike losing, especially league wins, such as my last football game during my junior year. We lost to Iniat, which till now we hate Iniat. You can talk to the football guys. We dislike Iniat. We'll always hate Iniat. And then this year, I took it personally, and we beat Iniat. We smoked them, and then it was one of the greatest feelings. Another thing I dislike is cars that keep breaking down, just like my own car. It's something that you got to keep maintaining it, and putting more money into it. It's just it's a pain, and you know what? People that have shaped me. I have a lot of people who have shaped me, pretty much throughout my high school and since I came out of the womb, really. I got to say my parents, for one. They've been there for me through they've been there for me and taught me all the life lessons I needed to know. Second is obviously Coach Kendrick. Coach Kendrick has been my football coach. He's been a coach for many things, or he's coached basketball over last summer during B&B camps when Coach Finkbeiner had to go with the girls for a basketball camp. But anyways, Coach Kendrick has stepped up in many ways, and he pushed me when times got hard, and he's made my senior year very memorable by helping me win 2 trophies this senior year. For one, we won the league trophy for football, and the district championship we won last week for track. And that league trophy, Waterville, hasn't won a trophy since 2005, so it was a big accomplishment for Waterville. And another more people that have shaped me is Christy and Levi Osmundson. They've helped me and provided a home for me throughout my junior and senior year. As you guys know, I've currently lived alone since my junior year, and so they stepped up in a drastic way by helping me and providing when I needed it, and they've offered a place to live. And obviously, one of my favorite brothers, I gotta say, is probably my brother Giovanni. He's been there for me through thick and thin, and he's taught me all the things that I need to know. And he's always been on my butt to and he's always taught me the things I really need to know. Another one is obviously my girlfriend again, Aspen. I wanted to say thank you to her for always helping me stay on track, even when I'm being a pain in the you know what. And my best friends and my employers for always being there for me as well. How I got here. This is my transcript. As you can see, from my second semester of my freshman year all the way down to my senior year, I've had pretty good grades, never below a B, but as you can see, the first semester of my freshman year, unfortunately, I had 3 Ds due to COVID and due to sitting at home, trying to learn through computers, which was really tough for me. So after COVID was over with, we came back to school, and from there, I decided to step it up a gear and get good grades, I guess. Most beneficial classes I've taken. I gotta say the most beneficial classes I've taken throughout my high school were probably English. I have 4 English college credits that I've taken here in Mansfield. This ranges from English 101, 201, 203, and Humanities. And so this keeps you from taking those college classes when you go to college, because our high school provides these classes so that you don't have to pay for them in college. And another class that was benefiting for me was algebra, 1 and 2, geometry, and British college math. I feel like my biggest strength right now in school is probably math. Sometimes, I mean, when letters start getting involved with it, it's just something pretty complex. And obviously, shop class, weightlifting, and personal finance, they've taught me future life lessons that are going to come in handy when it comes to that time. Well, I mean, actually, then again, personal finance has taught me to budget correctly, and it's taught me the importance of time management and money management, as well as learning to pay your own bills, paying your own rent, your own groceries, your own just all sorts of things. I feel like as a as a young man, all these things shaped who I am today. So I've won a lot of awards and honors throughout my high school, but I just narrowed it down to probably my most favorite ones. I've had honor rolls since my second year, freshman year, till now, my senior year. I've won Math Student of the Year my sophomore year, Physical Education Award my sophomore year as well, and I was able to win the Junior Achievement Scholarship my junior year. And then I've lettered in football from freshman to my senior year. I was honorable mention kicker my freshman year. First team all league defensive end my junior year, and then this year I was able to win Athlete of the Week. I was the third athlete following Tierra and Jasmine for their sports. I was able to win Offensive Player of the Year, MVP, all league for our league. I was able to letter for basketball through my sophomore to my senior year, and then my junior year I got Most Improved Player. Also my junior year, or no, actually my senior year I was able to get my second team all league, and I was able to compete in a senior game where seniors from all over the area, including like Liberty Bell, Brewster, Pateras, Waterville, anyway, so all these schools were able to play in a senior game, and the all league players were able to play against each other. And then this was my first year doing track in high school, and I was able to letter in it, and I was able to qualify for state this year as well, and we're headed off on Thursday. Skills that set me apart. I feel like these are probably the most skills that really define me. I like to say I'm very responsible. I know the importance of time management and money management. Since I told you guys I live alone, so this is a key factor to, adulthood, I like to say. I've never gotten below a B after COVID year. I learned things faster by doing it hands-on and pretty much visualizing what I'm doing and by doing it hands-on. And another skill is being a leader and being a man of my word. Being a leader. Being a leader is one of my favorite traits that I see myself. I mean, I've been the football captain, and I've been a captain in basketball some games here and there, and I just enjoy pushing others to success, and I like pushing others to reach their max potential, and pretty much pushing them to their limits they've never even thought they even had. Where am I going? The next biggest question. Where am I going? So these are some colleges I've considered: Washington State University, Wenatchee Valley College, and Central Washington University. The costs between these schools between the universities actually are pretty expensive. I mean, Washington State University goes around to $30,000 per year, and Central Washington goes to around $26,000 per year. Wenatchee Valley College goes for almost $16,000 per year, and almost $10,000 excluding room and board. And then let me add on to that information. Next slide. Anyway, so my programs of interest include business, administration, and management, or criminal justice, or police science. Pretty much an officer. So being a young mind in love with the idea of business, I've always enjoyed the idea of business since my freshman year, and this goes back to just working and gaining experience for other people that I've worked for. And throughout that time, I just enjoyed the idea of learning a business and being my own boss and running at my own pace and growing at my own pace as well, and having my own business pretty much. And so that has always impacted me. So now recently, I've actually decided to start my own little business too, with one of my buddies back in the crowd here, Angel. We decided to start a detailing business. I mean, it all started with $200, ranging from small equipment, and then from there exponentially growing to buying more equipment, and then just cleaning cars. I mean, it's a nice small side gig, and then from there, I feel like I'm on track to sooner or later starting a bigger cooperation. College choice. So I decided to decided to go with Wenatchee Valley College. It's less expensive than any university for the same education for my first 2 years. Then again, I already have 4 English college credits for WVC, and it's a great way to start your first 2 years and close to parents and home. So I'll most likely be living back with my parents, and it'll save me from room and board expenses. So it'll save me a ton of money. And they also provide an ideal business program and ideal police program. Applying to and paying for college. So applying for Wenatchee Valley College, it's an 100% acceptance rate, very inexpensive, easy to apply to, and for me to pay for college, I have FAFSA figured out already, which is financial student aid, grants, scholarships, and by working. Job shadows. I was able to do a job shadow earlier this semester. And I was able to job shadow Mr. Gonzalez, who is the owner of Extreme Concrete. From this experience, I learned the value of operating a business in the perspective of the owner, and the way he led things, managed things, and the way he led his group of guys. One major thing I took away from that experience was what he told me was leading by example can build respect within you and your team. If you show up with your team and you're leading by example and you're doing things with these guys, they'll respect you and they'll respect you as a leader as well. I mean, if you're just showing up to the site and you're telling them what to do and you're leaving, that just doesn't build the respect and the leader that you should be. And then I was also fortunate to job shadow Deputy Keldon Jardine. It was very fun. I like to say we encountered many things during that job shadow. I learned what an officer must go through every day, including the safety guidelines before coming into interaction with somebody, when they stop them or when they even interact with anybody. I also learned the importance of the geography an officer must know in case they're in danger and in need of help. And this career choice is probably something I am interested in, because I was talking to Keldon and he said he works within his schedule's within 3 days a week, and then the rest of the week he has off. So within that time period, he can be working as a cop, but also be running his own business. So I think having both of the same thing would be pretty neat. So thank you for watching. Is there any questions?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
In one of your graphs on leadership traits, it says knowledge of business, and I'm curious, you kind of referred to some business. What kind of knowledge of business do you have?
You know, that's a great question. Knowledge of business. There's a lot that revolves around business, and this is going to include from pricing to equipment to knowing what you're doing to like the background of the business to just many aspects from the business. There's a lot behind it, I like to say, but it's very interesting. Any more questions?
So, what type of business do you have now?
A detailing business.
Huh?
A detailing, cleaning cars.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So, if I want my car done, how do
Yeah.
I contact?
So we created a page on Instagram, and we have all our contact information there. And even after this presentation, I can come talk to you one-on-one, and I can give you my phone number.
Wheeling and dealing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll talk to you after.
Okay.
Armando, you didn't share anything about your work experiences, but in the kid I know, your uncle, I think, probably has played a big impact on you wanting to be a business owner and all the time and dedication and hard work you've done for him. And then also, I think about when you're a little kid, you always wanted to be a game warden. And so that kind of goes side by side with wanting to be law enforcement. So you want to share some of your work experience?
Yeah. So to be honest, my work experience ranged from when I came straight out of the womb. I mean, I've been working since I was very young. I mean, I can think back to when I was picking cherries when I was very young, and then from when I did start taking it serious when I was around 10 years old, I started pulling rye for Douglas Pool, and then from there, Douglas saw the potential I had in work. I mean, I'm a hard worker. So then he hired me as a full-time during the summer. When I was 13, I think. And then since then, I've worked every summer since then. I've worked on weekends since then. I've worked days off. I've worked Sundays. I've worked pretty much any time that was available for me. And from that experience, I've been able to learn so much on the farm. You know, everything that works on the, everything that ranges in the farm, from tractors to harvest to maintaining cars or vehicles to fixing things to fencing to landscaping to just so many things. A lot of experience that I've encountered throughout my years of high school, but I know I should have included that in there.
You're a hard worker.
But yeah, even then again, not even Douglas Pool. I've worked for many other people too. I've worked in concrete. I've worked in orchards. I've worked in. I've done many things before. I just can't just make the list. But yeah, as I said, I've worked straight out of the womb. I mean, but, so now with all this experience too, I feel like it'll impact me too when I start my own business in the future. So that is my main objective.
Why did you stay in Mansfield and not move with your family?
You know, that's a great question. Everybody always asks me that. So back to the end of my sophomore year, leading into my junior year, that summer I was working. I was already working full time. You know, we were going into harvest. My parents made a big choice to move due to some issues, and once they decided to move, I was still working. And so the first factor was that job that I was working. They were offering more hours than a typical job would offer in a town. They would offer me about 72 hours a week, and a typical job would offer around 40, I believe, to a typical teenager. So that was one key factor. And then again, sports was right around the corner, so I wanted to stay and play football because I know I would have a greater chance of playing football here for Waterville and Mansfield. And I believe it was a great opportunity because I was able to become All-League Offensive Player of the Year and win Athlete of the Week and so many other awards. Then from there, scholarships were a great opportunity. The local scholarships they offered here, I know it was a big opportunity for me to, you know, apply for these and, you know, win some money for college. And then another reason was Aspen. As and just other bonds I've created here throughout Mansfield. I mean, my best friends here in the Grow, and then just so many other reasons. But then again, even from that experience, I was able to learn and obviously become an adult at such a young age and develop some habits that I know will carry on later in life. But
So what is the biggest thing that you've learned having to be a young man, literally you guys, living in a house all by himself, cooking, cleaning?
So the biggest thing, yeah, like you said, cooking, cleaning, laundry, maintaining my own yard, groceries, bills, light bills, Wi-Fi bills. Then again, each weekend I would go visit my mom because obviously I can't live a day without seeing my mom, so I'd have to go visit my mom every weekend. So pretty much all this time management and all the money management, you just have to like schedule it, budget, work obviously to, you know, afford all these things, and then even buying my own things, like investing into my business I have right now. It all started with $200, and then from there just escalating into more and more and investing more, and then pretty much. I mean,
Do you feel like that sets you, I'm gonna say, I feel like it sets you above, a little bit above everybody else,
I feel
having
like it
had
does.
that experience?
Yeah, when I look around my age group or around other people around my age, I just, I'm not saying
Guy's an adult.
I'm not saying my class, but like let's say if I were to, you know, go to Wenatchee and meet some other kids around my age, it's something I don't see them doing, you know, living by themselves and cooking for themselves and, you know.
Yeah, I'm just proud of you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah.